I must compliment Justice A.K. Tripathi Foundation for holding this event, and that also on this important subject. I was very delighted when we were told today that A.K. Tripathi Foundation is continuing with drive to plant trees. Planting one tree is like saving one human life. And converse is also true. Destroying or felling one tree destroys one human life. So I must compliment Madam Alka Tripathi and your colleagues for this great initiative of planting trees. Mr. Parameshwar talked about the concept of sustainable development. Brother Nazmi spoke so well. But today I am more on idea of India. Sustainable development we know. We have no right to damage the environment for fulfilling our needs, which ultimately results in depriving successive generations from enjoying this Mother Earth. Now, what is idea of India? According to me, idea of India cannot be diverse from idea of India under our constitution. Now, what is India under the constitution? Preamble tells us there is justice, social, economic and political, equality, fraternity, secularism and democracy. Idea of India is that every citizen of India is in a position to enforce his fundamental rights. The idea of India is that every citizen of India performs his fundamental duty. And there are two very important fundamental duties. One important fundamental duty is to abide by the Constitution and respect the ideals under the Constitution. And second and most important for today's event is to conserve and protect the environment, to protect our trees, to protect our rivers and lakes. And we must also remember one thing. Apart from Article 48A, there are judgments of the Supreme Court which say that the duties, the fundamental duties of citizens are also duties of the state. It is a collective duty of the state to perform those duties under Article 51A. So under the Constitution, the state is bound to conserve the environment and protect the environment. This is broad idea of India. Now, when we discuss idea of India also includes a right of citizens to breathe fresh air or to right to live in pollution-free environment. There is something known as social justice. That is also a very important idea of India. And what is that social justice? Every citizen must get shelter, a reasonable shelter to stay. Every citizen must get medical or health facilities, medical treatment facilities at a reasonable cost. Every child must get an opportunity to take education at reasonable cost. There can't be a Vikasit Bharat where in our cities we are not providing affordable accommodation. Where is the question of Vikasit Bharat? Go to any city, any big city, all cities are contributing to pollution. Bombay is also not far behind, but Bombay is protected by sea breeze. Otherwise, by this time, Bombay would have competed with Delhi when it comes to AQI and other environmental factors. Go to any city, we are not creating affordable accommodation at all. Madam talked about that in the beginning. I am saying it in different words. Only one example I want to give. In 2016, in one of the PILs, a very leading architect in Mumbai made an application. His contention was that in Mumbai, you know how many slums are there, that every person occupying slum, may be illegally constructed, has right to get water. And material was placed on record by some of the retired civil servants. the material indicated that 27% of the constables working in police, Mumbai police, are staying in slums because they can't afford accommodation in the city. Then where is the facility of health at affordable rates or education at affordable rate? So when we talk about idea of India and we talk about Vikasit Bharat, someday we'll have to think about one thing. During last 25 years, have we created affordable housing in our cities where a poor person or even person belonging to lower middle class can afford and occupy that housing in bigger cities? Have we created public hospitals? More and more public hospitals, because we have public hospitals in Delhi has major public hospitals, Mumbai has major public hospitals, but how many public hospitals were developed during last 25 years? How many municipal corporations and state governments have set up public hospitals where treatment is available at affordable rates? How many municipal corporations and local authorities have set up schools for poor people? This is actually the heart of the Vikasit Bharat. Vikasit Bharat is not only about constructing huge flyovers, huge roads, airports, and other infrastructure. That infrastructure may be also necessary, but that is not the only concept of Vikasit Bharat. And this is supported by what United Nations has said. All of you must be aware of those 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The first goal is zero poverty. One of the other goals is sustainable cities. And third is good health and well-being. So when we discuss idea of India, we must take into consideration the Constitution of India. And Constitution, as I said, consists of these basic ideals: socialism, social justice, political justice, economic justice, and then fundamental rights, and of course, citizens must abide by their fundamental duties. So this should be the broad concept of India, because unless we have this concept of India, we cannot think of implementing the concept of sustainable development, because there is something seriously wrong about the concept of development on the part of government and other agencies. And I'll stop by telling only a few things. Brother rightly said that there are orders of the Supreme Court and High Court on the issues of environment. And those orders are not being implemented. Now, who is responsible for this? Now, take any case, any environmental issue, either before the High Court or Supreme Court. In fact, I personally feel that these are not adversarial litigations at all, but you will find that every environmental issue raised by environmentalists is opposed tooth and nail by the government or other authorities, public authorities. This is the approach. We must tell the government and public authorities that it is your duty, your fundamental duty, to protect and conserve the environment. It can't be that every time adversarial stand is taken when some important issue regarding environment is raised. And I must compliment Madam for saying that shanties don't create pollution. Pollution is created by something else. We know what is that something else. And therefore, when we discuss sustainable development and idea of India, we have to keep in mind the Constitution of India. That's what I want to say. Now we can go ahead with the panel discussion.